Welcome back. Now we want to speak our third step in our modeling work about how to work with ProMaIDes. Okay, download setup of ProMaIDes. I just give you here the links to the quick start guide and to the installation guide here. I hope it's explained well how to do it, how to set up the ProMaIDes software. In the next step, generate a ProMaIDes project. Also here, how to generate a ProMaIDes project is explained here. Something about the ProMaIDes GUI, it's not a lot, just for your information, and some words here to the database and the tables just to explain how the setup works, how ProMaIDes is connected to the database, and how it works with the tables. So, after setup, we generate a ProMaIDes project, and then if we have generated a project, then we have to import our hydraulic boundary scenario. How to import it and what is a hydraulic boundary scenario is explained here in this link. Exactly. And in the last step, we have to start our calculation. Again, it's explained here in this link. Check the calculation output in the ProMaIDes GUI. You can see it here. The calculation time should be about 7 minutes if you work with a 100 times 100 meter raster, or if you work with the data files which are provided in the folder 3. And concrete, you performed a numerical hydrodynamic simulation in ProMaIDes. You also set up your model by yourself. You worked with Qgis, you worked with the Qgis plugins, you worked with ProMaIDes. I think you learned, or I hope you learned a lot. Okay, this is just modeling. So this is one part of hydrodynamic analysis. Now we want to speak a bit about the result visualization and interpretation, especially about the visualization. The interpretation is finally on you. You are then the expert. I just give you here a tool which can support you in your interpretation. And this is work with QGIS, PowerView, Excel, and ProMaIDes finally. Okay, visualize the ProMaIDes data in QGIS. I think this is an important step. You can visualize your input data, so your floodplain, your dike line. This you can visualize, but you can also visualize your 2D results, also your instationary 2D results. So this is explained here. Visualization of database data in QGIS. Set database connection in QGIS. You see here. And explanation of tables you can see here, and I will add a link to the files. This I forgot here. You can also use the time manager, which is also a QGIS plugin. Please use it to visualize the instationary data. Exercise, explore the elevation in 2D floodplain grid, the height of the 1D dike line point, the names of the observation points, explore the result data, maximum instationary results, etc. Try to work with QGIS and the data to answer the given question. So this is finally the exercise. Also visualize ProMaIDes data in PowerView Excel. Here's some explanation of the additional output files. So QGIS is really connected then to the database, but you can also produce some additional output file which you can post-process in other tools, for example in PowerView and Excel. For example, the observation points gives extra files which you can post-process in PowerView and Excel, and this is written here, for example, how to use PowerView or how to use Excel. And I think also here, try to explore the data, for example, from the observation point file. Try to work with PowerView and Excel and the data to answer the given question. So again, find out how you can help your friend. Okay, I think we are almost done here. Some ideas how you can proceed. Be a bit critical with your model, what is good, which assumption could be better, how we could make the model better. So this is less a question of ProMaIDes and QGIS. This is more question of modeling, of hydrodynamic modeling. Yes, I already mentioned it. Try to find a conclusion for your friend based on the data which we produced. And some tips for further work. So use a finer dam for the 2D floodplains. For example, the SRTM30 is available under this link. So this is 30 times 30 meter. You can try this. I think your results will be a finer resolution at least. You can use land use crits for better defining the roughness in your 2D floodplains. It's also possible with the export plugin, with the 2D floodplain export plugin. So you can also give land use or roughness IDs. For example, you can use a Corinna land cover data. It's available for the EU. So you can try to find additional 1D dike lines. It's a bit difficult because we don't have a fine crit for the whole area. I think you need a fine crit, elevation crit, to find other 1D elements which are hydraulic effective. But I know, for example, the Berliner Chaussee, the B1 in the northern part of the dike ring. I hope we see it here. So this is also like a dike structure, and this will also influence somehow your flood spreading, at least in this last northern part. And finally, you could also use the analysis of consequences of ProMaIDes, the dam module, perform an analysis of consequences. For example, you can also based on these Corinna land cover data. But these are some hints. I think we will do also a small video how to do these damage or analysis, but this will come later. Okay, then a short summary. So I think we saw how the data preparation for QGIS can be done, especially with the direction making a ProMaIDes model. So we worked with the data preparation with the QGIS plugins in the ProMaIDes toolbox. I think we make some idea how we can use it. We worked with ProMaIDes and perform a modeling task, a real question. Or a real question is a bit too much, but it could be a real question. And we work with the visualization of the ProMaIDes data in QGIS, in ParaView and Excel, and so that you can give, that you make your interpretation and finally solve the question from your customer, from your friend. In this case, from your friend. Okay, some feedback from your side would be helpful for us, so help us to make this course better. If you have remarks, ideas, report bugs, or other feedback, please let us know. Just write a short message to me, and then we will implement it into the course. I think it's important to get your feedback. So, I'm done here, so thank you for your attention. I hope you learned something about ProMaIDes and the ProMaIDes plugins and how to work with ProMaIDes. If you have a question, please contact us. We will help you, and we are happy to get feedback, answers, ideas from you.